Well, good evening, friends. Oh, I thought I would do another reading in the evening. Today is Monday, January 27th. So this is, oh, that doesn't happen too often. Well, this is the coffin that just popped out. That might be a message. Rest, obviously, but it's also a little bit of introspection. So, kind of go within, take a little bit of you time. All right, let's see what Spirit will have to say for us this week. All right, first card out of the deck. Oh, the star. I love the star. That's your wish fulfillment. Obviously, it can be nighttime energy because that's what I'm doing this reading. But, the wish fulfillment card is, all of your aspirations, all of your goals, that sort of thing, okay? Let's see what else. All right, next card out of the deck is the child. So we might have a star child. And then we have the crossroads. And then we have the snake. Then we have the ring. And then we have the anchor. And then we have the tree, another wish fulfillment card. And then we have the stork, which is your progress. And then we have the fish. Fish is your abundance, okay? It's also your day-to-day kind of activities, connections. The ring is, that could be events, but it can also be obviously relationships, especially with the child, a new type of a relationship. I do see the snake, though. The snake can indicate a little bit of third-party energy, but it also has a re-feel to it. So maybe somebody is coming back into your life. That's a possibility as well, okay? But there's definitely a landing, and we do see a couple wish fulfillment cards in here, so that's good to see too. All right, let's see what else is up. Then we've got the clover. Oh, I love my clover. That's another kind of blessing card. And then we've got the cross. The cross is your destiny. And then we've got the cavalier or the rider. That's, news coming in. And then we've got the fox. A little bit of trickster energy there, but clever. And then we've got the flowers. And then we have the ship. So there's some success there as well. And then we've got the key, which are the solutions. And then we've got the moon, which is softer energies. And then we have the letter, more news, more information. This looks like it's an invitation, though. More or less maybe something that is more either on your destined path or something that you really need to take care of. So it would be like responsibilities. But with it next to the flowers, I kind of feel like that's something that is enjoyable. Not like, something you have to do, those type of responsibilities. But I do see a little bit of appreciation there because of the flowers. But the fox is kind of like a collaboration type of a feel to it. So maybe, there's some creative energies too, okay? Let's see what else we have. Then we've got the lady. And then we've got the house, and then we've got the coffin. Remember that popped out earlier. And then we've got the mice, and then we've got the scythe, and then we've got the bear. I love the bear. The bear, that has a little bit of, nurture energy to it, but it's also stability, a little, safety, but a little bit of hibernation. And then we've got the clouds, and then we've got the book, and then we've got the heart. So I do feel that there is some research, possibly knowledge, maybe a little bit of secrecy, because the coffin is there, or a little bit of quiet energy, but things are starting to open up, okay? Let's see what else we have here. We've got the birds. We've got the mountain, a little bit of, online possibly communication. And then we've got the sun. And then we've got the lilies. And we have the whip. And then we have the garden. And then we have the dog. And then we have the tower. And then we have the gentleman. Now the Tower, that kind of is either somebody from your past. It could also be a leveling up type of a card, but it also is an official card, a justice card. And with it next to the whip, that kind of can feel a little bit of, you know, a downfall feel to it. But just know that justice is just is. So, you kind of have to just go along with what it is sort of feel. But the sun is next to it. So the sun and the whip is kind of that hard work. And then the whip and the dog is kind of like, helpful friends or friends with, that have benefit to them. So it might have a little bit of uncomfortable feel to it. We do have some, discussions. And I do see the community or places that people come together, and then a work card. So there might just be some work collaborations, official business feel. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them all out and see what else they say. The upper left hand card is the stork, which that's progress. I love to see progress. And then the far right card, get these out, is going to be the garden. So I like to see the community involvements. And then we've got some choices with the crossroads there, though. So we can maybe, go in a couple directions, or maybe, some of our day-to-day activities with friends. There's several places that we're going, because I do see the rider there too. Maybe a little bit of cooler weather too, because I do see the ship and the clouds. That could mean, cold weather. It could be snow. And then I see the mountain, which is a little bit of stagnant, stuck energy, but it's out in nature more or less. Okay, especially with the community card there. Okay. The snake is the bottom right, and then the mountain, which I just feel like there needs to be a little bit of maneuvering, maybe to move around obstacles. Okay, so might not feel real easy, but you'll be fine. I do see some emotional energy too. In communication, so there could be some nervous, anxious energies, or just excitement. I like that, especially out in the community. So, and then we've got the fox, and then the lily, which the fox and the lily, they're kind of both your work cards, collaborations. Let's see, our dead center card though is the scythe, which that can be an uprooting feel to it. Especially with the whip and the tree, that can kind of indicate either some sort of a surgery, but definitely some it won't feel good because it's with the whip. But I also see that can be a little bit of boundary too. Okay, especially with the child, maybe we have to set some boundaries. Maybe a little bit of, how kids can get sometimes when they're injured. Let's see, what else do I see? I do see some information, research, progress, higher education. All of those cards are kind of congregated there, and I do see the sun. So I do feel that there's been some, maybe some, even some hidden knowledge that we're finding out. Because the coffin is there too, that can kind of have that feel of, things are really being discovered or dug up, because the mice are there too, and the snake. Those energies can be very, what's the word? Oh, very disheartening, because I got the snake, the fox, and the mice. Oh God. So that's not real good, but I do see that maybe silence is probably your best choice. I wouldn't get involved if you see any third party trickster energy that cause some anxiety come up, okay? Maybe just steer clear of that one. Let's see, what else do I see? I do see a renewal in finances. I like to see that. So that would be, your day to day activities that are increasing your money flow, okay? Work related, obviously, but also, because I feel like there's the projects, or there's a success there. So maybe some projects that you have had in the works, those are starting to bear fruit. Okay. Let's see, what else do I see? I see some childlike, maybe creativity, or just have an open mind like a child does. That's don't be so stick in the mud feel. That's kind of has that feel too to it. Maybe open your mind to the possibilities. And I do see a destined journey possibly, or that obviously we're all on our destined journeys and paths, especially with our crossroads in a focal point too. So sometimes we don't know what's in store. So I feel like if you can just keep your mind open, and maybe not be attached to the outcomes. Okay. I do see helpful friends, possibly somebody even from abroad, further away from you because the mountain is there. Could be even children within the family involving the parental figure. There is some healing, and then there's a little bit of uncertainties, okay? But there is the solution, the key card there. So I like to see that has a positive outcome. It's just, maybe it's a little bit on the unknown for now, okay? Because I don't see anything further past that, but I do feel that the key is there. So that's something that's kind of, meant to be, okay? Especially with the cross there. That's your destined karmic type of a card. It's also karmic cards can also be consequence cards, okay? So maybe we're just questioning marking those, because the clouds they just have a feel of uncertainty, but it's also inspiration and those type of things. So when your thoughts are involved, that kind of determines the outcome. So my advice would be to keep those thoughts as positive as you can. Okay, it's just that fear of the unknown, but just try to keep a positive thought in your mind over it. The flowers in the center, and the scythe, that is a reaping. That is a positive reaping, though. It's not like negative karma that we're reaping. So that's kind of where I go with this feel. Even though we're kind of concerned about it, I do feel that it's a positive outcome. Okay. I do feel that the friendships, the helpful friends are part of this. So maybe, if you're having difficulties, just reach out to your friends and maybe have a conversation, and I'm sure that they may have some good sound advice. I know I have good friends like that. So let's see, what else do I see? Oh, I just love to see the abundance card with wish fulfillment, the sun, and the flowers in the ring. Those are all beautiful combinations there with the clover. I mean, you can't get better than that. And then the lily is there, so I feel like your work is going to be picking up. I know spring is right around the corner, so maybe that's where the flowers are coming into play here. So it's letting us know that the things that we're worrying about over here, that there is a turn there. I feel like, especially with the crossroads here, that there is going to be an opening. Doors are going to be opening, roads are going to be opening, opportunities are going to be opening up, and just kind of hang in there, okay? But there is going to be some growing pains, or that uprooting, possible surgery. I don't want to, scare anybody, but that's possible. Obviously, it's going to be healing, though, so we've got the tree right afterwards. Let's see, what else? I just see a lot of, I see communication in the same, two communication cards in the same portrait here. And I do see a lucky break, and I see that, the flowers being reaped. So I feel like there's some good news coming. I can't wait to hear what that good news is. But I do see that we're on the mend. We're just having a little bit of, a little bit of worry, a little bit of bumpy road, and a little bit of stagnant, stuck energy in that last portrait. So come the end of the week, like I said, it could be weather related. It could be maybe even a little bit of, because the bear and the clouds are there. The bear can be the finance card, but it also can be, weight. I don't know if that's a concern. Could be either or both. But I do see some big success, so maybe something that doesn't feel so good actually is going to be for a good result. Kind of like a hidden, blessing in disguise feel to it. Let's see what else. Yeah, I see help is coming. Whenever the snake and the rider are in a lineup, that's kind of help is coming. Maybe somebody that's possibly in another town that's going to help promote you. And I do see a gentleman there, so. See, what else do I see? The man and the woman is in the same portrait. Where they meet is the birds, and they're also in the heart. So there might be some lovebirds. Let's see, what else? I do see a little bit of stubborn energy, or, that, because the anchor and the mountain, those both have that stubborn feel to them. And I do see that there might be, possibly planning for our future involved, okay? So maybe saving, save for the long run, okay? That house and that mountain, that's kind of, maybe purchasing land. That's a great investment, so maybe that's what that's also saying. I see some investments, but maybe hang in there until the time is right. Don't sell too quick, don't buy too quick. Let's see. I think people are kind of waiting to see what the market's going to do, and this line in the middle is telling us that it's going to be opening up, so I feel good about that. But even if you purchased some property, a couple years ago, you're gonna realize that house value has gone up substantially. So you'd be surprised. People don't want to buy while the interest rates are high, but what they don't realize is the values of properties keep going up and up and up. So technically you're making a wise investment even at a higher interest rate. But that's the business I'm in, is mortgages, and I do feel that the rates will be coming down. So everybody better get ready. All right, folks. Well, if you have any questions or would like to have a personal reading, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to sit down with you. Take care and have a great evening.